So Ash, during this time, what would be your one piece of advice who's still sitting far away and considering Dubai as an investment opportunity? What should be his checkpoints that he should consider? Because if he's still quite impressed by the dollar return, the kind of the US dollar pegging that the country offers, the tax-free environment. So even if at this stage, if somebody wants to kind of move into this market, what should be the 4 or 5 checkpoints or 4 or 5 things that he or she should be considering before making a decision?
Very good question, Sunny. I think there are 3-4 steps which are very important. One of the first one I would say is that he should choose an advisor who knows this landscape very well, which means who has seen the up, down, and what happens, which is, not the case with many, unfortunately. So he should choose people who have experience in this market. And after that, he should decide what is the quantum and spell it out to the expert. He should describe this entire, like a portfolio planning. And he should spell it out to what is the, capital split. And you can start with your riskier capital. I have no qualms about it. We can start with the capital that you're willing to risk a little bit, which does not impact you if 10-15% plus minus happens. At least you'll get to enter the game in the right moment, most probably. And then you can ride it up. And by that time, your understanding of the market will be very, very strong. The problem is looking from outside is that you never know what's going on inside. You have to go inside. So my advice is go inside with a minimal exposure, but go inside.
You advise still for them to enter. Of course, they can relook at the figures. If they're planning to deploy 10 million, they can start with a 3 million investment for
Correct.
that matter.
So first advice is go in with some help.
Okay.
It's a skydive. Don't skydive
Don't jump by
without
yourself.
without
True.
an instructor, because you might not have the right,
skills to survive.
Just
or to
having a
land.
manual, I'm
help.
sure, is not going to help.
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And you might panic on the way.
True.
Which is when you need the advisor the most.
Interesting. I think that's a fair advice. And of course, another point that I'd like to add to this discussion is first identify what is your goal. How long are you able to hold this investment? Because,
Correct.
given the fact the war is not between two countries, the whole world more or less is involved in it through different, through the State of Hormuz, or, it is affecting not just UAE or Iran. It's spreading all across. So
Correct.
I don't see this thing to be stretching for too long, because then the whole world would collapse. Then we would not be sitting here and questioning Dubai real estate. We'll actually be questioning every single thing around.
This is exactly the point that we already discussed, that
Yes.
where are you going to take your money?
True. So let's all pray and hope this thing gets sorted very well. And of course, now we've got a lot of examples. There were a lot of clarity that we got, because, people always doubted, or I won't say doubted, but they had their thing about how will this country react to a situation like that. So we've actually tested everything. We feel very safe. We're very well equipped as a nation to handle these kind of situation. Yes, there's panic. I mean, I'm not used to living in a country with missiles flying over, but I still feel very safe. I have a choice of going back to India, but we choose not to, because this is where we actually feel more secure, because all our investment is here, families here. Nobody wants to relocate. And at what cost? If I go back today by selling everything, especially with India, because I come from India, I've been seeing the dirham rupee transactions, and we always used to laugh that the rupee value would be decided by the year. So we are in 2026, the rupee is almost about to touch 26. There was a time we've seen this. I think I've seen a dirham rupee starting at about 9.8 conversion ratio, and today we are sitting close to about 25 dirhams. So if I take back the money today, I'm not very sure at what value will I bring it, what kind of taxes I would be paying in whichever country that I decide to move. So here my capital is protected. I'm still not paying any tax while having the best defense system, while still making sure there's enough food supply, there's enough infrastructure which is built around me. And directly, I am not really sharing 30%, 40% or 50% of my income, which is a great thing to be.
Yeah, so this is exactly, again, tying back to the point that why did you leave your country? True. And none of that fundamental has changed. And this is why there is nothing fundamentally which has changed. And this is where Mr. Alabar has also said that fundamentals are still the same. So the property prices and everything will still keep growing. This is a small hiccup. Few people, very few people will be able to take advantage of this hiccup. Very few people will panic to an extent that they don't want to be part of this hiccup. And it's okay. And about the comfort here, let me tell you something funny. I have a few friends who have left. The first 3-4 days, they were like, yeah, we are chilling here, we are chilling there. And then they were sharing their videos. From yesterday, I've got calls like, how's things going on? I'm thinking of coming back. Because literally they are bored out of their minds.
100%.
Right? And they don't know what to do. They don't know. I mean, they're missing Dubai already. And after seeing us here, they're literally trying to understand, is it better there? And I'm telling you, they are uncomfortable. They are uncomfortable right now.
I mean, this place has a different magic. I mean, I've spent about 19 years. You've been here, I think, for almost 19 years, a similar period. We've seen the city grow. You feel part of it. You feel, we've seen the city actually built in front of us. There was no Burj Khalifa when I came to Dubai.
I've been 23 years.
Oh my God. So you must have seen.
I've been 19 years in real estate, but 23 years in Dubai.
Wow. So, we are so proud that we are part of the whole development of this city. And it'll be one of the most toughest decision personally for me to, if I ever have to leave this country. I don't think so that will be an easy move. And of course, just like your friends who are now considering, I had a similar experience in the panic. People are human. We don't blame them. Yes, everybody wants to protect themselves. People did leave for the safety of their family or to be with their parents. I had my mom and dad calling me that, come back. And we were just giving them reassurance. But unfortunately, the Indian media created the hype, but the reassurance, because they also seen how life was. I was going for a walk, on a video call with my mom, showing her how stable the city is, and that gave her the comfort. Yeah. So yes, people who've gone, we don't blame them. I mean, that's the right thing for them to do. Yeah. But I would see a lot of people coming back, because this is where the growth is.
I just simply don't have a better option.
Yeah, true. You summed it up.
Yeah, I just simply don't have. If I had a better option, probably
I would not be here at the first place.
Yeah.
Fair. So Ashirwad, thank you so much for your time. It was really lovely interacting. I'm sure people watching this would have learned a lot, would have got a fair idea about the market.